Hello, we're the Luteduo, Kowalska
and Anton Birula.
And we shall talk today about basic lute technique, about the right hand and left hand technique, and things which are very simple but not maybe very obvious.
I will talk about the right hand position, about the little finger, about the elbow, and about the thumb and the rest of the fingers. So all you need to play the lute with the right hand. So the position should be, as I always keep saying, everything should be very, very natural, without any artificial positions and things like you're tensed or whatever. No tension, no nothing. Just simply put the hand like that, settle the little finger on the top, the thumb on the base, and the rest fingers are here on the top strings of the lute. So the little finger, in my case, well, some people used to glue it to the top so it doesn't move and this whatever. I don't do this. I just simply slightly touch the top, and that's it, just for the orientation for the thumb, because you have on the Baroque lute you have 24 strings, okay, 13, but it's still more than a classical guitar, then so you should have the orientation. If you have the little finger here, it has already some knowledge or whatever how to reach the strings. The elbow. The important thing for the elbow is that it doesn't lie very strongly on this part of the lute. The elbow also, same as the little finger, it simply touches a little bit, but the hand you can take off this piece in any moment you need. So it just, because otherwise, like it was in my case, I had very big tension problems here, until I realized that that's just simply had to lift it sometimes during the piece, and so the problem is solved. Now we talk about the thumb. It's very important element, and it also has to be very, very much relaxed. If you have tensed thumb here, no way to play Baroque lute. You just can't do this. The figure that you use is a wrist stroke, which means that the thumb slides from one string to another and rests on the string that is below. So you don't lift it, but it falls down to the string and stays there. And immediately you should relax. You strike and now it's already relaxed. This is the very important element, because the rest of the fingers depend very much on how this one feels. If it's tensed, you cannot do anything. If it feels fine, then the fingers are fine. You can play whatever you want. I think that's all about the right hand. Now we go to the left hand.
Well, I will mention some things concerning left hand technique. First of all, we can talk a little bit about the length of the instruments. If you play Renaissance lute and shorter instruments, or Baroque guitar, which is also sometimes of differing length, that's maybe not such an issue, but on the instrument like Baroque lute or theorbo, it is an issue because the instrument is much longer than the guitar, for instance. So the lute is actually 69 centimeters, this one, and this is not the long Baroque lute. Baroque lutes can be 71, 72 centimeters. So here we have to observe very important things that we talked in our previous lessons is the position of the elbow. This is the first thing. The elbow has to go this way, because once you lift it, then your pinky finger becomes very short. So it becomes kind of handicapped. Also the middle finger also becomes short. So reaching for positions here becomes extremely difficult. So you have to have some kind of understanding of the elbow. Also, as we said, sitting with the belt lets you have your hands kind of free. That's an important part. And also thinking about these two fingers, the middle finger and the pinky finger, these are the bad ones because they're connected to one ligament. In fact, these are the good ones, these are the bad ones. So you have to think about the bad ones in the first place when taking any kind of position. So you are thinking in such a way that they have to be able to play, or they are going to be able to play, which is also very important. The important thing also is how to think about your fingers. We are talking separately about left hand and right hand, because once you are preoccupied with right hand and producing the sound, that's already another story. So in the first place, you should think about how these two elements of technique work. In this case, the very simple exercise for fingers of the left hand without playing right hand at all is just trying to place them correctly on the frets in top positions, and then gradually moving them. We're talking only about geometry, about putting them into right places, you see, and then gradually going down, just seeing if you can really manage them, having them in correct places, then gradually going down, observing your fingers and the elbow, no pressure almost at all, just touching. Another thing, you can go in chess order, for instance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Having them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then going to the double string, and also here thinking about how vertical you should be, because you cannot go that vertical you sometimes do on guitar, for instance, because the double string, so you have to feel that. So also changing position and going lower and lower. So these are very simple things. You can do them while, I don't know, watching TV, what I think you should not do, not to waste your time. So Glenn Gould did. Watching.
Not this, but watching, not to waste your time.
Yeah, Glenn Gould did watch TV and practice piano. So anyway, so this is an important part. And another important understanding is the position change. So you're starting from very simple pieces sometimes, but suddenly you come to changing positions, and this is extremely important because the change of position, the jump on the fingerboard, should not be a horror, it should be a blessing for you, because at this point you're leaving the fingerboard, and this is the time to relax, because if you don't have this understanding, you are kind of tensed and thinking how to get a new position. So here we have kind of different philosophy, which is, it consists of 3 elements: leaving the fingerboard, moving, and putting the position. So these are 3 elements. And when you leave the fingerboard, you move fast and you get your position. So why is this important? Because if you're kind of seeing it as one element, you are moving fast and putting the position, then it slides off. Or you are moving really slow because you're afraid of losing the position. And then the movement is slow, maybe the position is correct. So practicing any position change is leaving it, moving, and acquiring the new position. This is very important. And this is probably the basics of the technical ideas that we wanted to share. Maybe people do it differently.
Well, we just tell you how we do it.
Yeah, we do it this way. And the last important thing is the synchronization of the right and left hand that we are talking about quite a lot. So what is synchronization? Actually, we are going to talk about desynchronization, separation.
Because when you already worked on the right hand and the left hand separately, then you want to play with both hands. And the common mistake is that you try to play both hands at the same time. And the trick is that you put left hand fingers a little bit before, and then the right hand plays the chord. So you just have to prepare left hand, set the fingers, and then the right hand plucks the strings.
So this way, in fact, there's two parts we talked about today. The right hand technique and the left hand technique can work separately. So you can think about your left hand technique and execute it with the correct right hand technique. You should do it when practicing even very slowly. Then it comes kind of into your second nature. And so always the position is prepared and then executed. So that's probably
it. If you have any questions, please let us know. We hope this will help you, and look for your request.
Yeah. Thanks for your feedback and your emails, and
good luck.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.